Hi, everyone. I'm Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg. Happy to have you along for this edition of the NBA.
Now into the lineup. Jared Dudley.
Toronto trailing. Well, you often think of the Clippers as being an updated version of Showtime. They know how to grind out and hit a win, too.
Yeah, I thought they were a little better defensively. They have guys that will certainly give you highlight reel material, but they're smart in how they attack teams and how they finish games, too.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. CP3 at point with Redick there, the backcourt. Dudley and Griffin, your small and power forwards. And it's Jordan in at the center, locking down the middle. And the shot is good.
And with the Clippers, I think a big part of how they can grind out a win, if need be, is that they know how to get to the free throw line.
And Silks subbed in for Toronto. And we saw him out here a while back.
What donuts here, man!
Now, Clark, that is just ridiculous.
Absolutely filthy. I don't
come
remember
on.
ever seeing a dunk like that in a game. I certainly can't remember the last time I saw one.
Oh, man, that was just amazing.
Pass to Redick with the shot. Good, and Paul gets the assist. The Los Angeles Clippers coming to this one after the win against Cleveland.
And I think, Kevin, they really showed how important it is to have a strong bench performance. You go out on the road, you can't rely on your starters night in and night out. The reserves have to contribute and help them out.
I think we definitely saw that, Steve, throughout the game. They were really tied together as a team. Didn't make any difference who was out on the floor. You'll take every road game win you can, and they're happy with that one.
And Redick kicks to Dudley. Griffin goes in. Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. 6 to shoot. Dudley the pass to Paul. Lets it go with a 3. Shot is off. Raptors with the lead. Outside Lowry. Valanciunas passes to Silk. Here's the screen. And that one is stuffed right through. None of the defenders wanted anything Clark to do with him on that jam.
And I do not blame him at all, partner. He was coming in with a bunch of steam and was ready to posterize whoever decided to get in his way.
All right, I understand, fellas, but come on. You've got to challenge them a little bit at least.
And that one hits back iron.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely, I think he should have converted that one.
Got that one up quick. And it's 6 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Well, he had that height separation there on the mid-range jump shot. Really good job of taking advantage of that.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
Here's Silk. He's guarded by Dudley. Stolen. Got it. Good job in the low post. Silk's got 6. Clippers trail by 5. Redick. Now Griffin inside. Goes to the fadeaway and cans it. He's got 8.
He's so reliable. And, his offense seems to be consistently there for this team.
Lowry inside the line. And the release was before the buzzer. Checked in for the Raptors. The Clippers also making some changes. Jordan, he's checked in for Hawes. Griffin comes in for Glenn Davis. And it's Paul in for Barnes. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. Farmar is out there with Paul. And it's Dudley in at the small forward position. 6 to shoot. Picked by Griffin. The baseline J. Farmar, no good.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick. Just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
Clippers trail by 5. The drive by Paul. Can't cash in from close range.
the kind of defense required when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were right in his face.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Guys, Jamal Crawford fitting right in with the Los Angeles Clippers. He said, quote, "This is the best team I've ever been on, and it's made me a better player. I've never played with someone like Chris Paul. He makes the game easy for me. I went my first 10 years in the league without making the playoffs, so that's all I want to do now." Kevin, over to you.
In his instant offensive role, he's a big part of their success. Thanks, Doris.
You know, it's interesting. Chris Paul possessing great quickness, and yet his natural inclination is not to push the pace. He tends to prefer to operate in the half court, running the pick and roll.
Clippers trail by 5. To the middle. It's stolen by Johnson. Ross passes to Silk. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Another shot from outside. They're not attacking. I mean, going in and seeking contact like they did in the first one, I'm not seeing that.
Well, you can't play the score. I mean, you've got to play the game, and I think they've got to continue to attack. You're right, Clark. Got to mix it up a little bit. Really tough to get that shot off with the size differential there. That's not an individual matchup he's going to win every time, especially in the post.
Very well done. I didn't think he had any business operating down there with the big fellas. They're starting to get a little triple happy, falling in love with that three-pointer.
Yeah, they're really starting to cast jump shots here in the second, Clark. I think they've got to mix it up and get the ball inside a little bit.
Tries to keep it alive. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp.
And we're through 2 here and a good one. The Raptors.
Hi, Kevin.
All right, listen up, everybody. The second half doesn't have to be as close as the first if we pay attention to a couple of things. These are the types of halves where we are helping ourselves out by making clean passes. They haven't caused us too many problems in the passing lanes to this point, but we still have a half of basketball to play. I did, however, like our on-the-ball defense. We didn't give their ball handlers any breathing room, and they didn't handle it well. We came up with some good steals. And one thing I want to see out of the gate in the third, the pick and roll. It needs to be active and part of our arsenal. I know you can execute. I want to see it. This is a very tough opponent, and we've...
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Lowry and Williams, the guards. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. And Redick kicks to Barnes. He's looking for Jordan and finds him. Just 4 to shoot. Knocked away. Taken away by Williams. And DeRozan. Here we go.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. He's off on the... Some changes for Toronto. Johnson comes in for Jonas Valanciunas, and Silks subbed in for Williams. And then for Los Angeles, Hawes comes in for DeAndre Jordan, and it's Farmall in for Chris Paul.
Toronto, Canada, the home for the NBA All-Star Game next season. We know how global the NBA is. A lot of excitement and anticipation here in the T-Dot for a celebration of basketball.
Outside Lowry. He feeds it to DeRozan. No good from Silk.
Well, still a great start to the half after hitting their first 3, even before that miss.
And Toronto, guys, not necessarily viewed as a free agent destination in the NBA. But, Steve, it's a diverse city with a lot to offer.
And not least of which, Kevin, a vibrant nightlife, which I know you have enjoyed on occasion. But look, the Raptors, you know, they have a terrific home record, particularly on Sunday matinee games. A lot of speculation that visiting players maybe were out a little bit too late the night before. Who knows? Maybe you even ran into them.
Steve, where are you getting this stuff from, man? You
Thanks,
are
Clark.
reaching.
Clark and I are watching tape is what we're doing, right?
That's
We're watching
exactly what
tape.
we're doing.
Get ready for the broadcast.
Enjoying the 4 walls of the hotel room.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Reddick, a good look. That one rolling around and rims out.
And the defense got away with a major lapse there.
Here's Stallworth. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, this last season was the Clippers' 30th in Los Angeles. And for a team that's long played in the Lakers' shadow, the second season in a row, the Clippers were the best team in LA.
Good on the second free throw.
And for the Clippers, in their 30 years in LA, folks, only 6 times have they finished the regular season with a better winning percentage than the Lakers. Man, it's been domination by the Lakers out there in LA land. So Clipper fans are hoping that this is a sign of things to come going forward for their team, the Clippers.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And guys, for the Clippers, acquiring coach Doc Rivers from the Celtics in exchange for a draft pick. In Boston, he'd been the second longest tenured coach in the league after Greg Popovich.
You know, but rather than rebuild, I think he wanted to go for another ring in LA. He's got a lot of authority, final say on personnel decisions. So Doc has really put his stamp on this team.
And the Raptors making a change here. Vasquez comes in. Over in the corner, Barnes. Pass to Reddick. Launches a 3. Here's Davis. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. Davis has got 5 now.
That's some tenacity inside, battling for the second chance points.
Vasquez passes to Silva. A minute 42 left to play here in the third, and there's the feed to Patterson. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
You can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
Clippers with the ball. 9-point game. And the Clippers making a switch here. Paul's checked in. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
During that break, Coach Rivers had some words for his team. He was intent on running the offense through Chris Paul. Coach asked him directly to take the reins of their offense. He wants him to have a huge impact at that end of the floor for the rest of this game. He mentioned one more thing, which was that he'd like them to get out and run whenever they get their hands on the ball. Let's play this game at top speed. Those were his exact words. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
All right, Doris, thanks. Spencer Hawes, an early candidate last season for most improved player, but his hot shooting steadily tailed off, Steve, with the Sixers last year.
Yeah, month after month, you know, his field goal percentage and three-point percentage has dropped. But I thought he found new life when he was traded to the Cavs. Remember, when you're on a bad team, you're losing night after night. It can be disheartening. I think that might have been some of what we saw with Hawes and his numbers declining.
Again, Los Angeles.
Smart move with that mismatch he's got.
You know what? That extra advantage sure pays off on the mid-range jumper.
There's the pick. Here's Vasquez. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. It's DeRozan with the drive. Here's Stallworth. Can't get it to go.
Well defended, and he's not someone who responds well to that kind of defensive pressure.
Here's Barnes, and no good. Trying to use the glass. Raptors leading by 5. Silk passes to Johnson. The wide open look here for DeRozan. A three-pointer is right on target. DeRozan's got 9 points in the quarter.
This is incredible. It's been a three-point barrage since halftime.
Yeah, whether by design or by accident, it has been impressive.
Paul goes in with 1 on the clock. No good on the buzzer beater. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our state. And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. Well, they don't get much more exciting than that, Clark.
They sure don't.
For 2K Sports Midweek Press.
Wake up, son. You're in.
Oh, it's time to ball.
Checked in for Gortat. The Raptors have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Well, the Toronto Raptors guys looking at a rebrand for a team starting next season to celebrate Their 20th anniversary in the league. Boy, time flies. New colors, Steve, and a new logo.
Yeah, they'd even considered a name change, but decided to stick with the Raptors to go with that bird of prey connotation rather than a dinosaur.
So on the floor for Washington, Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Pierce and Nene filling up the forward spots. And it's Serafin in at the 5, home in the paint. Silks checked in for Toronto. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
During that break, Dwayne Casey had some words for his team. If what I heard holds true, I'd say their pick and roll is going to be their primary offensive weapon. He made sure that his guys knew that should be the play they run until the defense shows they can stop it. He also said something you don't hear too often from a coach. He told his guys they should have a shoot-first mindset instead of trying to be, quote, too cute with the ball. We'll be watching how these adjustments work. Kev, there's still a lot of time left in this game.
That, Doris, the Raptors making a switch here. Johnson's checked in, and a switcher also for Washington. Andre Miller's checked in for Paul Pierce. The pass to Silk. 6 to shoot. Can't hit. And the Wizards now going the other way.
And you go back to when the Raptors came into existence in 1995. It was Jurassic Mania, thanks to the hit movie at that time. That influenced the fan vote when it came to the team's name, but I think the Torontosaurus thing may soon go extinct.
Here's what Toronto's going with right now. Tyler Hansbrough's checked in for Patterson. And Terrence Ross is subbed in for DeMar DeRozan.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
They set the pick. And Wall kicks to Beal. Shoots from the baseline. And good, coming off the assist by Wall. Beal's got his first bucket of the night.
Well, you talk about the branding of this Raptors team, the new uniforms. Of course, we saw the Toronto-bred rapper Drake in a lot of their games sitting courtside, and they had the playoff run last year. This is, I think, an up-and-coming franchise with a lot of appeal.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
Yeah, it's a physical game, and so far the numbers show that they've got the edge on the glass.
Miller, the pass to Beal. Drops in the layup for 2.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
And here are the Raptors now. It's a 3-point game. Their last game, a win against San Antonio, looking to carry that into this one.
You know, so often in the NBA we talk about how you have to earn your points the hard way, but it didn't seem like that was the case. Everything came pretty easily.
Too many of their points came the easy way, Steve. You're right. On dunks and layups against a defense that didn't really put up much resistance.
Miller dishes the Wall. Nene setting the pick for Wall. And the foul called on Vasquez. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. 4th team foul.
27 seconds left in the first quarter. Looking at Washington, they took the win in their last game out against the Magic.
That was a heck of a performance for them offensively. There were some stretches there where it just seemed like everything was falling for them.
And it wasn't by accident they shot it that well. Their ball movement was excellent. That was the key to me.
Wall attacking. Oh, he misses the dunk.
You rarely see him missing dunks, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Toronto. Amir Johnson's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas, and Silks subbed in for Williams. And then for Washington, Nene comes in for Gortat, and it's John Wall in for Andre Miller. So on the floor for Washington, Wall and Beal together in the backcourt. Pierce and Nene filling up the forward spots, and it's Serafin in at the center position.
2 shots.
And so Lowry nails both of them.
Take a look at what Kyle Lowry's been doing. He has 8 points, and he's hit the mark twice from three-point range as well.
Well, it's no secret. I mean, the more points he can come up with from out there, the better off they'll be offensively with their spacing.
Serafin kicks to Wall. 6 to shoot. Floats one up. And here's the fast break. Here's Stallworth, and there's a nice one-handed slam.
And once he took off, it looked like the defense just had no interest in getting in his way.
That's one where you just give up the 2 points and move on.
They set the screen. Ball passes to Serafin. That one off the back iron and out.
Well, as far as jump shots go, that's as high percentage as it gets.
I'm not sure how that didn't go down.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Kyle Lowry, an inside-outside scoring threat. He's become a deadly three-point shooter. Despite his relatively short stature, he's able to drive inside and finish effectively because of that great strength.
Tyler Hansbrough's checked in for the Raptors. Vasquez comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Raptors leading by 3. Hansbrough inside. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2.
Tyler Hansbrough, known as Psycho T back in North Carolina, big-time banger, seeks contact offensively, and draws a lot of fouls, too.
2 shots.
And Hansbrough single-minded offensively, and I don't mind that. Hey, you catch the ball in positions he gets it in to score. Some would even go so far as calling him a black hole, but, you know, last season he was a little more selective, and I think he had his best season yet as far as scoring efficiently.
And Toronto making a change here. Ross is checked in. And Beal kicks to Nene. Pass to Serafin to end the run. Jump shot is good that time. Serafin's got 6 points.
Good ball movement. He put that pass in the ideal spot, right where it needed to be.
And Hansbrough, a pretty good post defender. His physicality really serves him well.
And he's improved his rebounding rate the last couple of seasons as well. You know, he's got good mobility for his size, so he keeps himself in the mix for all those loose balls. Just seems like they're finding an open lane to the hoop every time down. That's 5 buckets in a row for them in the paint.
Yeah, on the flip side, Steve, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior.
Nene, I think, an underrated defensive player. Not a big shot blocker, but he has tremendous size and strength, and he can move laterally. So he can really move and cover the pick and roll and switch on to guards, an effective defender.
And the first one drops.
And Nene, for his size and agility, at times somewhat disappointing in terms of rebounding the ball. Throughout his career, actually, his rebound rate has fallen steadily over the last 3 years. Maybe injuries a factor in that, but they do need more from him on the glass.
And again, it's Toronto converted.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
40 seconds left to play here in the half.
I'd like to see them go 2 for 1 here.
I would too. They need to make this a quick possession and a fruitful one too.
Here's the screen. And Beal kicks to Serafin. Pass to Beal. 6 to shoot. Toronto grabs the miss. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with the win. Here's Stallworth. Another shot. Hansbrough misses. Here's Wall. And a tight game here as we end the first half. The Raptors out in front. They lead by...
Well, guys, I'm here with...
Okay, guys, we got a few minutes here. Let's go over a few things before we get going again.
Welcome back, everyone. Washington making some changes. Serafin comes in for Nene. And Miller's subbed in for Pierce. Lowry and Williams, the guards. Patterson is the 4 with Valanciunas in the middle. And it's DeRozan in at the small forward position. That's the 5 out there for the Raptors. Lowry dishes to DeRozan. Lowry drives in. Valenciunas powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane. And Steve, this game has a lot of character. Here in the third period.
Yeah, you know what, guys? I love seeing this type of action. A competitive, compelling matchup. A lot of lead changes here so far.
Yeah, 6 in total, Clark. So this has been a great game. Both teams playing hard and really competing out there.
Catching up on the changes for Toronto. Johnson comes in for Patrick Patterson. And Silks subbed in for Lou Williams. Let's go to our sideline reporter, Doris Burdick. Doris, what do you have?
Kevin, DeMar DeRozan, a first-time All-Star in 2014. He's learned from veterans like Kobe the value of watching film. He said, quote, "I'm reading situations better, understanding what I have to do, not just for myself, but the next person on the team. I'm more confident in every decision I make on both ends." Guys, the difference is clearly evident.
Yeah, scoring more efficiently and improving as a passer, Doris. Thanks. And Wall kicks to Seraphin. He feeds it to Beal. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Beal's got 11 points. Lowry against Wall. Lowry passes to Silk. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3.
What a play. The hoop plus the harm.
Excellent concentration on the finish. That's big time.
Vasquez, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. 1:11 left in the third quarter. And Wall kicks to Seraphin. Now Beal, 11 points in the game. Here's Silk, got a piece of it. And that'll be Toronto as it goes out of bounds. Raptors retain possession.
Now that pass had just a little bit too much heat on it for him to make a clean steal.
Yeah, I think it would have been a tough catch for either of them.
Ross is checked in for Kyle Lowry. Vasquez passes to Silk. Tries from 10, and that is good. Silk's got the lead up to 4 now for the Raptors.
This has really become an intense ball game ever since halftime.
Boy, the effort from both teams here, Steve, is terrific.
Outside, Wall. Nice ball movement by Washington. Beal gets a wide open look. Nails the wide open jump shot. Beal's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, they found the touch here in the second half from the field, and everything else we talk about, folks, rebounding, defense, all of that, this game is still about making shots. You got to put the ball in the basket. That's the bottom line, and they found a way to do it here in the second half.
Wall dishes to Beal, and out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
I think he was surprised to see the pass coming his way, and he reacted a little late.
Now Ross looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Valanciunas, shot denied. And they're going to count the bucket and send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. That free throw good from Ross. Shots continuing to fall as we conclude the third quarter. Both teams putting up points. Raptors lead by 5. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here. Changes for Toronto. Valanciunas, he's checked in for Johnson. Silk comes in for Terrence Ross. And it's DeRozan in for Vasquez. And the Wizards making a change here as well. Gortat's checked in. So the Wizards 5 right now. Pearson and Nene filling up the forward spots. All out there with Miller. And it's Gortat in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. They set the pick, and stolen by Miller. And oh, here we go, Wall.
Oh, man, that was unreal. Mark it up. What a great battle these teams are waging today.
Yeah, you get the feeling, Steve, the game could swing on just 1 or 2 plays down the stretch.
Williams passes to Silk. And the foul on Paul Pierce. That will be foul number
14 foul. Substitution.
35 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Wall, guarded by Vasquez. Wall draws the double. Passes it to Beal. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Vasquez kicks to Patterson. And it comes off the front of the rim.
That's his comfort zone, so defensively, really nice job challenging the shots.
And an intentional foul right there. And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of 2 is good. That increases their lead to 6. And here's Vasquez. Frames it from downtown.
And he's got a tremendous ability to knock it down from deep. I mean, that's a big-time triple.
Well, it gets harder and harder the deeper you go out.
Yo, what's going on tonight? I'm running free all over the court, and you didn't give me the rock.
Man, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about making sure I get my touches, yo. Move the basketball, share with your teammates, make the extra pass so we can get the easy looks. You got it?
Boy, get out my face with that, man. I do what I do with the rock for the good of this team. And I don't need nobody second-guessing me. You ain't my coach, punk.
That's the kind of selfishness I'm talking about. Get over yourself, man.
You know, life's a funny thing.
Whatever you say, boss.
A couple of months ago, I never even heard of you. A few weeks ago, I was certain you were a one-and-done guy. You know, have your cup of coffee in the bigs and then disappear, never to be heard from again.
And now?
Now, well, now I'm going to tell you that I was wrong not to draft you, and I was silly to offer you only a 10-day contract. And you know, I was mistaken to think you were only here to have a cup of coffee.
So you're saying what I think you're saying?
Yeah, I'm saying we're offering you a guaranteed contract for the rest of the season.
Heck yeah! Man, that's what I'm talking about right there. Thanks, you're not gonna regret this. I'm telling you, I'm gonna make this organization so proud.
Good. Listen, you got this opportunity because you've been working your tail off out there. You know, you keep doing what you're doing, and, you know, there's no limit to what you can achieve. You got it?
Yes, sir, I do.
Get out of here.
Thanks again.
Get out of here.